Welcome to Royal Time of Hollywood. Seinfeld was famously called a show about nothing. But behind the petty arguments, the awkward dates, and the daily diner conversations at Monk's Cafe, it became one of the most influential sitcoms in television history. Yet, after the final episode aired, the cast took remarkably different paths. Some became even bigger stars, some faced career-ending controversy, and others are sadly no longer with us. Today, 37 years after it all began, we look back at the iconic Seinfeld cast then and now to discover what happened after the laughter stopped. The core four. Jerry Seinfeld, himself, alive. Jerry Seinfeld was 35 when the series premiered in 1989, playing a fictionalized version of himself navigating Manhattan life. The character worked because he never tried to be a hero. He simply observed, judged, and joked through tiny disasters. After the historic finale, Jerry protected the show's legacy without being swallowed by it. He returned to stand-up, produced hit comedy specials, and reached a brand new generation through comedians in cars getting coffee. In 2026, Jerry Seinfeld is 72, remaining one of the most successful defining figures in American comedy history. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Elaine Benes, alive. Julia Louis-Dreyfus was 29 when she joined the show in 1990, giving Elaine Benes a voice that stood toe-to-toe with the men. Elaine wasn't the polite female balance. She was just as selfish, impatient, and socially reckless as the rest of them. After Seinfeld, Louis-Dreyfus achieved the impossible by building an even bigger second and third act. She starred in the new adventures of Old Christine and became a political comedy powerhouse with Veep, winning consecutive Emmys and cementing her status as a television legend. In 2026, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is 65 years old. Jason Alexander, George Costanza, alive. George Costanza turned insecurity and self-sabotage into an absolute art form. Jason Alexander was 30 when he took on the role of Jerry's anxious, dishonest, and painfully relatable best friend. Loosely inspired by Larry David, George said the shameful quiet parts of life out loud. After the series concluded, Alexander leveraged his immense Broadway talent into a versatile career spanning stage, voice acting, directing, and political commentary. Though George remains his defining role, Alexander is widely respected for his incredible theatrical craft. In 2026, Jason Alexander is 67. Michael Richards, Cosmo Kramer, alive. Cosmo Kramer entered Jerry's apartment like a physical force of nature. Michael Richards was 40 when the show premiered, earning 3 Emmy Awards for his brilliant physical timing and unpredictable energy. However, his post-sitcom journey became deeply complicated. His later television work never recaptured that lightning in a bottle, and a widely criticized 2006 stand-up incident severely damaged his public image. In the decades since, Richards stepped away from the spotlight to reflect openly on fame and regret. In 2026, Michael Richards is 77 years old. The legendary recurrings we lost. Jerry Stiller, Frank Costanza, died. Frank Costanza entered Seinfeld like a man permanently 1 second away from exploding. Jerry Stiller was 66 when he first played George's furious, unpredictable father, famously inventing the holiday Festivus and bringing a volcanic energy to family dysfunction. Stiller enjoyed a magnificent late-career resurgence afterward as Arthur Spooner on The King of Queens. He passed away peacefully in 2020 at the age of 92, leaving a legacy of pure comedic genius. Estelle Harris, Estelle Costanza, died. Estelle Harris brought a screeching voice and high-intensity panic to the Costanza household starting in 1992. As George's overbearing mother, she turned maternal worry into comic thunder. Following her iconic run, Harris captured the hearts of younger generations as the unmistakable voice of Mrs. Potato Head in the Toy Story franchise. She passed away in 2022 at the golden age of 93. Liz Sheridan, Helen Seinfeld, died. Liz Sheridan played Helen Seinfeld with a warm, protective, and perfect comedic timing. Helen was completely convinced her son Jerry could absolutely do no wrong. Sheridan, who had enjoyed a rich Broadway career and was famously known for her early relationship with James Dean, remained closely tied to the warmth of the show. She passed away in 2022 at the age of 93, just weeks after her co-star, Estelle Harris. Barney Martin, Morty Seinfeld, died. Morty Seinfeld brought old-school stubbornness, raincoat-selling pride, and an obsession with Florida condo board politics to the series. Character actor Barney Martin took over the role in 1991, adding a deeply authentic, lived-in paternal backbone to Jerry's family dynamic. Martin proudly stepped back from the industry after his time on the ranch of New York comedy, passing away in 2005 at the age of 82. As of 2026, many of Seinfeld's most memorable supporting actors are still with us and remain beloved by fans of the iconic sitcom. Wayne Knight, famous for his role as the scheming Newman, is 71 years old, while Patrick Warburton, who played Elaine's on-again, off-again boyfriend David Puddy, is 62. John O'Hurley, remembered as the eccentric businessman J. Peterman, is 72, and Heidi Swedberg, who portrayed Susan Ross, is 60. Steve Heitner, known for playing the endlessly enthusiastic comedian Kenny Bania, is 67, while Danny Woodburn, who brought Mickey Abbott to life, is 62. Bob Balaban, who played NBC executive Russell Dalrymple, is 81, and Richard Fancy, remembered as Mr. Littman, is 83. Together, these talented performers helped create some of the most unforgettable moments in television comedy history, ensuring that Seinfeld continues to entertain new generations of viewers. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to check out the other stories and shocking updates on our channel. We've covered many incredible celebrity journeys, tragic endings, and untold Hollywood secrets that you don't want to miss. Binge-watch our previous videos to discover more surprising facts, emotional stories, and where your favorite stars are today. Your support helps us bring you more powerful content like this, so don't forget to explore, watch more, and stay tuned for the next video. Unforgettable Faces of the Neighborhood. Len Lesser, Uncle Leo, died. Uncle Leo turned every casual family encounter into an embarrassing public announcement, famously screaming, "Jerry, hello," across New York City. Len Lesser was 69 when he first brought the loud, deeply sensitive relative to life. Lesser possessed a decades-long history in classic Hollywood westerns and dramas before Seinfeld introduced him to a new generation. He passed away in 2011 at the age of 88. Ian Abercrombie, Mr. Pitt, died. Ian Abercrombie gave Elaine one of her most bizarre workplace chapters as Justin Pitt, the aristocratic, eccentric billionaire who ate his Snickers bars with a knife and fork. Abercrombie continued a stellar career in mainstream fantasy and animation, notably voicing characters in the Star Wars universe, before passing away in 2012 at the age of 77. Richard Hurd, Mr. Wilhelm, died. As George's intensely confused boss at the New York Yankees, Richard Hurd made corporate life look utterly absurd. Hurd was a deeply respected, versatile character actor known broadly by sci-fi audiences for his major roles in V and Star Trek, Voyager. He passed away in 2020 at the age of 87. Ruthie Cohen, died. Ruthie Cohen was the quiet, reassuring cashier behind the counter at Monk's Cafe who witnessed every single failed plan the gang ever cooked up. Appearing in over 100 episodes as the series' most recognizable silent fixture, Cohen passed away in 2008 at the age of 78. The true magic of Seinfeld is that it transformed the small, ordinary irritations of life into permanent television history. 37 years later, the reruns keep this eccentric neighborhood frozen in time, even as the actors' real lives moved forward through triumphs and tragedies. Which Seinfeld character still makes you laugh the loudest today? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Royal Time of Hollywood, and remember to hit that bell notifications